Trigger alert! We are doing our very first live broadcast of the Insecurity Podcast, courtesy of Silence. That means if something breaks, it's not my fault, so stick around. Today, we are talking about the cybersecurity skills shortage and how it has become a matter of national security. And I know that sounds pretty serious. We're about to get to that. But first, as always, let's look to some true Renaissance people for inspirational quotes. I give you this from Warren Zevon's 1978 epic Excitable Boy. Send lawyers, guns, and money. And if that's a little bit too highbrow for you, how about this? Hey, Ripley, don't worry. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you. Check it out. Independently targeting particle beam phalanx. Whap! We'll fry half a city with this puppy. We got tactical smart missiles, phased plasma pulse rifles, RPGs. We got sonic electronic ball breakers. We got nukes. We got knives, sharp sticks. That, of course, the philosophy of Private Hudson from Aliens. And if you're not familiar, check it out. Let's get serious. Let's talk numbers. According to the Hershovik Group, in 2016, there were 1 million cybersecurity job openings worldwide. By 2019, there'll be 2 million. By 2021, over 3.5 million cybersecurity job openings worldwide. Not scary enough? According to the Verizon Data Breach Investigations Report, in 2017, 87% of network compromises took place in minutes, but 68% of these compromises weren't discovered for months. So let's pile on top of that a little bit more. According to the Ponemon 2018 cost of a data breach study, the average cost of a data breach was $3.86 million, and the average cost for each lost record was $148. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, but how many records does it take for that to matter? Do you only have one record in your database? Probably not. So today we want to welcome Matt Donato and Jack Hall of HuntSource. They are the co-founders and managing partners with a combined 25 years experience in technology recruiting and professional services. They know a thing or two about what's happening and what's missing in the world of cybersecurity. Gentlemen, welcome. I know that HuntSource is still relatively new in the scene, but you guys are not. Thank you for the work that you do, and welcome to Insecurity.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us. Yeah, thank you, Matt. It's a pleasure to be on this podcast with you.
Well, let's talk about those numbers. If you go out to the tech press, if you go to any of the tech sites, whether it's Ars Technica or Motherboard or the Register, we always hear about the skills shortage. But it seems to be one of those things that's almost white noise. As connected as we are as a society, why are all of these unfilled cybersecurity slots continuing to go up? What do you guys see when you get good candidates and you get people who need these candidates? Why are there more holes than there are pegs to fill those holes?
I think, simply put, the world of technology, the adversarial techniques, the problems, the risks that business have, and how to mitigate those risks is constantly moving and evolving. So it's happening at such a faster rate than companies can combat and defend. So as a result of that, we're just now catching up from a skill set and from a talent perspective. And so we're seeing these companies, hand over fist, need to hire really good, talented resources internally to be able to protect their business.
Should we be looking at the youth, or should we be looking at repurposing some of the people that are closer to my age? I won't mind admitting that out loud. How do we start to close the gap and match up the number of unfilled slots with people that can be good enough to do those jobs?
Yeah, I do think it comes at a very young age. It's a systemic kind of educational process to where we need to be kind of exposing our children at a younger age to not only programming and just knowledge of technology as a whole because of how connected we are as a society, but embedding this type of content, this type of education, this type of curriculum at a very young age to expose them to, all different facets within and around technology. And I do think as a career field, we've seen a transition from just kind of core, kind of engineering, infrastructure, and or application or business systems development to getting focused more in some of the more technical, some of the more, I guess, sexy, for lack of better words, domains within and around cyber. AI and ML is big as well.
Well, I love that you mentioned AI. So we're hearing so much about artificial intelligence. Why aren't we just building robots to fill these gaps? I mean, is it something where we don't have the people or the robots? Oh, all right. Hold on, guys. and I hate to do this. This is the joys of doing our first ever live broadcast, but I've got my producer in my ear saying that there's been some power blackouts in large swaths of the country, and it's more than just coincidence or weather driven. Are you guys seeing anything like that? I know I'm based in Florida. You guys are in Carolina. Totally breaking out of the normal mode of the show here. Any news?
I just get some text messages. Certainly got my phone's blowing up. Somebody in our office trying to get our attention through the window here.
As long as we've got power on, we're going to keep broadcasting. We've got a couple of other folks we're going to try to get in on the line. We're going to keep an eye on the blackouts and everything. But for now, another thing that I always wanted to say out loud, back to our original programming. We're monitoring what's going on with the blackouts, but from a talent perspective, and I hate to capitalize on this type of situation, how important is it for a major industrial control location, whether it's a power grid or air traffic control? You've got to have personnel there, and they have to be 100% staffed, and they've got to be trained up to the minute. What is it that something like HuntSource that your team brings to the party in keeping this going? I mean, do the airports all have to do their own recruiting, or are you guys available and able to bring the talent they need in for situations like this?
Yeah, we're industry agnostic, right? So we work with companies all over the world in a variety of different sectors, and so everyone's kind of experiencing the same problem. Our approach essentially is to try to understand the business at a high level. Matt, sorry, I'm going to step away for a minute. I got to call my wife. She's traveling back to Atlanta. It sounds like her flight was canceled. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes, I guess.
Under normal circumstances, this is my joke about the Atlanta airport and delayed flights, but given how much I'm seeing on every social media platform and also my phone as well. So yeah, man, take care of what you need to. We're going to try to keep going live as long as we can. Totally understand. If you guys need to go do some things, I'm going to see if we can grab some of our other experts and just get them on the phone. And now just hearing from the producer, not looking to cause any type of unnecessary alarm. We're going to continue to monitor what's happening, but we're not quite sure what's going on. What we know right now, as we mentioned earlier, we've seen some issues with power outages around the country. We're now starting to hear some things from different airports, and we are tapped in all across the United States. We're reaching out to some of our friends in Europe, also into Asia, just to see if this is a localized thing or if something else is going on. But if you can, stick with us, because we're going to try to give you the updates that we can from a cybersecurity perspective, so you know what's going on out there and you're not going to be on your own. All right, so please forgive us because we don't normally go live, and when calls come in, we don't really know what to do. But here's the cool thing is that we actually have a call, someone that's calling in from the Midwest. Hey, I always wanted to say this. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey there, Matt. How's it going? Jeff Music here, calling you from the Midwest. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I heard what you guys were chatting about earlier, and I just had to pitch in here some stuff that I have on my end. I'm actually at an airport here in Columbus, Ohio, trying to get out of Dodge after a fun football weekend, and we're seeing quite a bit of activity here at the airport. First thing I noticed is all the bathrooms were shut down, and there's a reported utilities issue. I'm sitting here trying to catch up on the news and see if there's anything local that's going on. Internet connection's been rough, and the most recent is the power keeps flickering in and out. So security is all over. They got the dog barking and bag sniffing. And the latest we're hearing is this might be some type of coordinated attack against the airport there.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not getting much word here other than it looks like some type of attack. It's too much of a sequence of events with the internet's going out, the utilities up and down, the power failure that we're having. Next thing we're hearing is there may be some grounded or canceled flights. And
so, Jeff, I know that you're an engineer and that this is right in your wheelhouse as far as security goes. Any thoughts on what might be happening? Any things that we should be doing? Any ways to protect ourselves?
Absolutely. I mean, if this is an actual coordinated cyber attack, whether it's just against the airport or a broader geographical region, the absolute last possible thing I would ever want to do is.
Jeff, did we lose Mark to wait? Oh, hey. By the way, since this is our first live one and none of you guys have met Mark yet, to my virtual left, we've got our producer, Mark the producer. And Mark's going to see if he can get Jeff back. I'm not sure what the situation is in Columbus. You never know. But in the meantime, we've got another caller. This caller is part of the United States military. We're not going to say which one. What can you tell me about what's going on?
Matt, I can confirm that this is a worldwide coordinated attack. So far, we know that they have been hitting banking systems, air traffic controllers. We've been seeing some trains manipulated as well. Your online retailers and video streaming services are also down. We don't know why.
Hello? Hey, hello? All right. Well, the signals are dropping like flies. I'm not sure if we can blame that on our carrier or impending doom, but let's go back to Matt and Jack in North Carolina. You guys still with us? Matt, Jack? All right, so we lost them too. I hope everything's okay. This is not as funny as I thought I was going to be able to make it. Oh, wait, hold on. We just got word. We got Jeff back from the airport. So from Columbus, Jeff, what's going on out there? Okay, so we've got all kinds of news coming in. We've actually found an earlier caller, Jeff Music, who apparently is in Columbus, Ohio. Jeff, we managed to get a connection with you again. Last time we spoke, you were in the airport, but they were trying to get you guys out of there. What's going on?
Can you still hear me here, Matt? Matt, can you hear me?
Yeah. You got us?
Matt,
you with us?
sorry. Yep, it's coming through. So we're hustling through the airport, so I'm walking. You're probably going to hear me a little short of breath. And since we last talked, things have definitely escalated here. So my update from the ground floor, power's been out for 40-plus minutes. So we've all been sitting in a dark, black box of the airport, and that's the last place you want to be with 10,000 of your favorite strangers. Since then, utility's been completely out. Nobody can use the ATMs. You can't buy any food or snacks. All flights are grounded. For the safety of everyone in here, especially as the night approaches, they're trying to evacuate the entire airport in a safe manner. Rumor has it we're going to be taken out to the nearest exit.
So, wow, dude, I mean, like, no ATMs, no snacks. Can you give us any idea of what's going on? Like, what can you see right now?
I'm probably about 60 people deep. It looks like we're trying to shuffle out of here. I don't know how they're accounting for all heads that have entered the airport. They can safely exit us all, but it looks like they're doing some type of count on the way out. From there, I'm not really sure what I'm going to see on the outside. There's a lot of people in panic, right? I mean, I've been here 3+ hours. Flights haven't taken off since then. The utilities have been down. Bathrooms haven't been available. Food service has been a complete nightmare. And of course, everyone's usually a little edgy at the airport. But man, when you're seeing this kind of activity going on, or your day gets stranded out like this, everyone's at really, really high temperatures.
So I know that we got cut off last time. Any recommendations you can make at this point for people who aren't in Columbus, Ohio, to get ready for whatever's going on? Your thoughts as a professional in the cybersecurity industry?
Yeah, I know we started to touch on that. I mean, the immediate, scene of something like this, what you're going to want to do is definitely.
Jeff. All right. So we lost him again. All right, I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep doing this, but I'm literally going to go until somebody tells me that the signal's not going out anymore. I'm kind of surprised that we're still on at this point. Oh, hey, that's me. Sorry about that. I would never answer my phone on the air, but it seems like we've got some extenuating circumstances. But he's also a friend of the show. This is one of our senior engineers based in New York City, handles a lot of our large financial sector clients, so he's got an idea of what's going on technically with this. But let me get Mike on the air. Hey, Mike, thank you for calling, man. Do you mind if I put you live? All right, you're on. Tell us what's going on in the city.
Matt, oh my God. I mean, I've been down to like 8 ATM machines, and all of them have blank screens. But not only that, every credit card machine in every store is completely down. People are completely freaking out. Like, holy shit, it's starting to riot, and just people are walking out with things because they can't buy it. It is amazing. It's complete mayhem. I really am afraid of what would happen.
Hey, hello. We've got another friend of the show who's reaching out. This is Laura. Laura is the Chief Information Security Officer at one of the largest hospitals in Metro Boston and, happens to be inside the network right now. So, Laura, you're live on the air. Tell us what's going on.
Matt, I'm at the hospital, and this is happening here, too. It's not just in the financial sector. We can't access our blood. This is so much bigger than credit cards. What? Oh, no. Okay, I got to go. Sorry. Thank you.
All right. Well, shockingly, I'm at a bit of a loss for words right now as to what's happening. But the good news is my producer, Mark, has been able to patch us into a live news update. So let's see what we can find out about what's going on somewhere else in the world.
Reporting on the devastating worldwide cyber attack taking place. Reports from London, Beijing, New Delhi, Tokyo all confirm it's a coordinated attack. Sources tell us all flights have been grounded. Over 40% of the world is without power, and GPS satellites have been rendered inoperative. It's very important that anyone listening to this broadcast know.
Okay, this is actually happening. I don't know why I'm having a hard time believing this is going on and why I shouldn't have expected this. People have been warning us about this for years. We've heard it from Congress. We've heard it from industrial leaders that we're due for a Pearl Harbor-style cyber attack. And the hard fact is a cyber 9/11 can happen any day at any time from anywhere. They've been in the headlines, and now it's happening. So congratulations, Warren Buffett. You were right again. All right, so Mark has been able to get us back with our friend in the military. What can you tell us about what's going on? Any news at all that we can report?
Matt, I'm in a bunker with a few others. We're all listening to you, but, man, it's all over. I mean, find cover. NORAD just went dark. You need to get out of there. And if you don't leave next...
Mark, can you hear that? October 2018 marks the 80th anniversary of Orson Welles scaring the crap out of the United States with his War of the Worlds radio play. And in his honor and to celebrate Cybersecurity Awareness Month, the fine folks at HuntSource and Cylance thought we'd have a little fun. But a coordinated cyber attack is not fun, and it's something we need to be ready for because we're under attack every day. Maybe not at the intensity you just heard, but it's still happening everywhere, every day. And at any moment, everything you just heard could happen. So let's look to our man Orson Welles. And remember this. Goodbye, everybody, and remember the terrible lesson you learned. That grinning, glowing digital invader on your desktop is an inhabitant of the pumpkin patch. And if your cell phone rings and nobody's there, that's no cyber attack. It's Halloween.